Good morning to all you artists out there. This is Tim Michael with TimMichaelArts.com, here to finalize this piece, which is the rush drawing. Thank you very much for everyone who left comments on the video that I put up last night, and it's time to get on with this thing here. Let me go ahead and start up some music. Gotta always have a little bit of music going on, that way I can inspire myself to get moving here. So Pandora.com. Alright, Pandora, you can pay me now. Pretty please. I wouldn't mind the extra money. I'm a full-time artist. I love doing what I do for a living. I'm a youth pastor and full-time artist and self-employed artist, and draw just about anything, pretty much. And love doing what I do. It keeps me really busy. Okay, let's turn down my music here. Also, I'm not going to be able to think about what I'm talking about, which could make it more interesting, but still, let me see if I can yank this volume down just a little bit. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, there we go. And of course I am still going to be very confused as I talk here, so I hope that you guys enjoy this. And boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So today I'm going to be finalizing this piece up by going ahead and finalizing it in Illustrator with my ink. I've already created a new layer, and I'm going to lock the old layer, and of course I did it in blue, so I don't have to worry about dropping it down. If you want to drop it down, you can do images to 50% by double-clicking on it, and there you go, just like that. I don't really see a big need to in this case, just because I've already kind of done it. Well, you know what? I'll leave it like that. Why not? Let me go ahead and get my black ink out, and need to set up my brushes. So Windows, brushes is already set, and of course the brushes always disappear. So let's see if we can find out where I hid them. There they are. And then I've got some preset brushes that I work with. So I'll select one of these, just check my size. Get on my layer here. It's a little thick. That's probably going to be it today. Yeah, so we'll use that one. Excuse me, guys. I woke up this morning and my allergies were kicking, and to be honest, I haven't woken up this early in forever. I was up at 7:45 this morning, and I was going, wow, I just went to bed 4 hours ago and I still can't go back to sleep. So I got up. Alright, so let's get started here. I love working in Illustrator. I find that it's very helpful because it puts out these nice clean lines that you can use, and it makes for much cleaner looking pieces. This music's still a little bit too loud. For all I know, I'm going to sing. There we go. Let's see if that helps me out. Once you get lyrics into the songs and stuff like that, that's what gets me confused when I'm trying to talk and the music's going on. So thank you very much for all your comments and stuff like that. Okay. Glad that worked out last night. Oh, yeah, I'm still tired. I'm definitely glad that worked out last night, because I got that video uploaded and I'm thinking, that's an hour-long video. That YouTube is not even going to accept that, even though they're allowing me permissions to go over now, but I was certain that they wouldn't like it, and they accepted it anyway, so that means that we can make longer videos. Obviously, you have to really be a fan to want to watch an hour of me drawing, but you know what? If there are people out there who want it, then I can do it. It's not a problem. It doesn't bug me. Who doesn't like popularity? Who doesn't like attention? And I am certainly one of the people who enjoys it. And it inspires me to keep drawing, you know. It inspires me to keep going. When I know that I have people who like my work and who are willing to leave kind comments and support me and my efforts, then if it helps them learn to draw, then yeah, absolutely, I'll definitely record. Let me go ahead and sync up my tablet here. I'll pull it on screen so you can see. I'm so sorry about the allergies, guys. Alright, let me pull this over here on screen. So this is the Wacom Cintiq control panel. And I want to do a adjustment on the screen. So we're going to go like this, and I'm going to click on this point, this point, this point, and there. And that should synchronize it pretty close to my pen now. I was feeling it was a little off. And it also depends on which way you have the tablet sitting. Because sometimes I'll put it in my lap, and other times I'll put it on my desk. Today I have it on my desk. I might switch over halfway through and do whatever, you know. It all depends on my comfort levels and how my back's feeling and stuff. I don't like how that looks. I can't say that I'm a morning person, but I'm probably more of a night person, but I like waking up early. Not that I'm any less grouchy in the morning. I'm a grouch in the morning. But when I feel like I can't get proper sleep because I'm waking up at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, when I feel like I'm wasting half my day because I'm waking up late, I don't like that. So it's nice to be up early. I'll probably take a nap in a little bit. Catch up for the sleep that I didn't get. But I'll take whatever I can get, you know? Give her some falsies, huh? Well, this brush is almost too thick. I'm tempted to kind of make another preset brush and bring it down. Stick with that for now. Alright. I just spit all over myself. So I'm thinking on doing another live show one of these days. If you guys are interested in that, hit the like button for me. This is kind of like a live show. I mean, it's long enough to be a live show. But you know what I mean. Get on live stream again. The only issue with live stream is you got all those advertisements, and I get sick of some of those advertisements. And I know the people who come and join me on my channel, they kind of detest them too, and can't blame them one bit, not one single bit. No, I definitely like catching up with you guys and answering your questions and stuff, so the live videos really help out with that. I like being able to make sure to answer any questions that you guys have, you know. How do you do this? How do you do that? You know. I don't know a single artist who doesn't like talking about their work. We're all very selfish. I just make up for it by hopefully helping as I talk about myself. Okay, slowly getting somewhere. Oh, I hate this song. Gold Digger. Ugh. Alright, skip Gold Digger, pretty please. Alright. Turn this up just a little bit. There we go. Whoops. Meant to be in AI. There we go. Gotta reactivate the program, you know? So to answer the question that everyone has been asking me, I use the Wacom Cintiq 12WX and the Wacom In204 when I'm out on the road. And I like that system. I like both systems very nicely. They both work great. You got clean, smooth lines with them, and and the portability of both of them are very nice. I mean, the Cintiq isn't as portable because it's got extra. It's like 3 cables that lead into a power box or a converter box, and then that converter box goes and plugs into the wall and into the computer, and there's 2 cables that come out of the converter box that are for like the screen, and one's for the tablet and USB, and so there's a bunch of connections. By the time you get it all set up, you got a bunch of wires straddling across your desk or wherever you work. But there's a nice long cable that leads out of the Cintiq that works really well. So if you want to set it up somewhere and then stretch it a couple feet away, and well, maybe 3 feet away, 4 feet away. And I used to sit on my bed and do a lot of this. So sadly, I have no excuses when I'm sick, because I can take my Cintiq and stretch it over to my bed. But the only issue with the Cintiq is that the cable that comes out of the back of this thing is pretty stiff. So you got to make sure to keep it, just keep an eye on it. Make sure that it doesn't do anything you don't want it to do, because you certainly don't want it to break on you. I mean, it's hardwired in, so to have to figure out how to fix that, you can't have that fixed yourself. You have to go and find someone who can fix it for you. You have to send it back to the manufacturer, back to Wacom. So I don't like having to deal with that kind of stuff as much as possible. I know, and no one does. It's like, no, duh, who does? But we got the 12UX for me because the 21 is $2,000 and it's huge, and I love huge. I want huge. I'll upgrade to that one day, but with the kind of desk space that I have, this 12 is perfect fit and good for a professional artist who is just needing the basics. And well, this is obviously above basics. Basics are tablets. This is the touch. This is a screen tablet, and that's obviously not a basic system. But you know what I'm saying. Illustrator has automatic line work, so what you want to do is you want to kind of feel your way around what it tries to select. So, like, I have the biggest problems making a perfect circle. So I'll make a perfect circle, and you see what it does. So what you got to do is you got to go half, and then the other half. And hopefully if you do that right, it'll look better than the first. Okay. One side of her smiles up a little higher than the other side. we're getting more comments in. Let's see what people are saying. Aw, you guys are so sweet. I'll tell you what, I love you guys. And I say that in every one of my videos, don't I? Every time I leave, what do I say? I say I love you guys, God bless. And then I go into my spiel and tell you all about how you can get in contact with me. So you guys are so understanding. You're able to see when I'm having a rough day and you know how to lift me up. Tell you what, being a YouTube producer is one of the coolest gigs you can have. I'm not getting paid for it yet, but let me tell you, if you need a boost up, seeing more subscribers come in, seeing people who call themselves your fans, you know, them leaving comments and telling you how good you do, and then being, you know, I had a video that I did, you know, one of those live feeds, and Evan from Cartoon Block came in and hung out with me on there, and one of my fans was on there, and he said something that kind of just blew up my head like a full-size balloon, and he said that wow, he got to hang out with two big YouTube personalities, and that he was having a ball. And I'm thinking in my head, all right, you got Evan Burse, who's got over 10,000 subscribers, at least over 10. I haven't checked his numbers. I just know he's huge. You know, he's doing really good with his stuff. And then you look at mine, which has 350 subscribers, which I love you all. And I go, wow, how on earth do you put me in the same boat as Evan? But let me tell you, it blew up my head for about 30 seconds there until I realized that if I had let that go too far in my head, then I would have been lying to myself. Not quite a YouTube personality yet. I really am looking forward to getting to that point, though. So if you guys continue to support, and if God continues to bless the way that He's been doing, then that's not too far in the near future. I need lots more subscribers, though. So find your favorite video. I would appreciate it very much if you would favorite those videos. And by doing that, then that means that we're going to get extra subscribers in. We're going to get more people. And also, if you can copy one of your favorite videos that I've done over to your Facebook or your MySpace or your Twitter or your DeviantArt, and just whatever way that you can to help me get more subscribers, guys, that would be fantastic. That would mean everything. I would appreciate it. You guys already go out of your way for me. You know when you're loved and hated on YouTube, that's for sure. I've had both sides. This channel, you get a lot of love on this, and sometimes I get a little hate, but that's okay. You know, you all got your haters. And then you got my ministry channel, you know, where I read Bible, scripture, and stuff like that every day, and I don't get a lot of people over there, you know, and I wouldn't expect to. I mean, talking about ministry and stuff like that isn't going to entice a lot of people to go over there unless they actually have a desire to have a stronger one-on-one relationship with God and stuff like that. And not everyone's a Christian, you know, so that's cool. You know, there's a lot I could say about that, but I won't. We're here to draw, and I'm here to get this piece done. But if you do have more questions about your faith, certainly check out my other channel. It's called Core Ministries. And it hopefully will answer a few of your questions. That looks really good. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, that's pretty spot. I really like that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it back into Photoshop and just put a little touch of shading on it, just a little bit to bring out some features. Because this lady actually really does know how to use her makeup to bring out her features on her face. And because of that, I feel that that's kind of needed in this piece too. So what I'll do is I'll save this. Alright. So we're only up to 20 minutes and I've already finished the ink. Isn't that nice? So what I'm going to do now is we're going to go ahead and find where my mouse is. Oh, it's still saving stuff. Alright, everything just freaked out, so hopefully the video is okay. Because, sorry, if the video doesn't work out, I'm not re-inking it for you. Alright, I think it's done saving. And so we'll go ahead and get out of here. And let me open up Photoshop again. Here we go. So now here's the original sketch. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File, Open. I want to open it as a separate file instead of just bringing it in here. I don't know, I'm just picky. Principal. It should ask me a couple questions here in a second. Here we are. I like to double check and see what they've selected. It's a little smaller. We'll see how it fits. I'm just going to grab this. Copy merged. And then I'm just going to make a new layer. And we'll paste. That looks awful small. I may need to go back and resize it. I'm going to hold Shift down so it keeps everything in proportion. And I'm just going to stretch this until it matches. And we'll see if the lines look clean. If they don't look clean, then I will go back and re-render it again. Oh, I can make her face just a bit bigger than I did before, which would be nice. Hit Enter and we'll see how clean it looks. Turn off all the background layers. Let's zoom in here. Yeah, those lines look fairly clean. I think we'll stick with that. Great. So let's just go ahead and put down some monotone shading and it'll be all done. So going back into my layers, I'm going to go underneath the ink layer because I don't want the shading to go over it and cause a distortion on that. I'm going to make a very light shade. Very light shade at first. I may go in with something deeper in a few seconds. And this already here is the finished product. What I'm doing now is going above and beyond the Call of Duty because I could just send this and be done with it. But I like my work too much and I want to make sure the client's happy. So we'll go ahead and shade this up a little bit and make it more worth the client's while. Alright, I already don't like how dark that is, so we're going to back up. I'm going to drop my opacities. And I'm just going to be very light in the first shade. I'm just going to cover the basics, like these cheeks. One thing that she definitely knows how to bring out is she's got a lot of blush on her cheeks. So we're going to put a little there. I'll see about how much I like this because I'm already feeling it's kind of dirty. So we'll see. It's the sad things with doing gray tones and you're shading on white. So unless you do the whole face in a gray tone and then start doing the shading, it starts to look a little dirty. Literally like someone had put their face in some mud or something like that before they had their picture taken. So you got to be careful how you handle this. So what I'll do is I'll put a large just gray matte over it all just to make up for it a little bit. Not sure how much I'm liking that. What do you think, guys? I'm gonna go a little bit further with this, but I may decide just to skip it and send it to them as it is. Not because... Simply because I might not like it myself. And believe me, if the artist doesn't like it, then I'm not gonna send it. I told you last night that I'm a very picky artist, and boy is that the truth. All artists, most artists are very picky on themselves. I would say all. But I don't want to stereotype. I can stereotype one thing about myself. Artists are messy. You look at my studio and that's a positive fact. Or a negative fact. Usually you can find the top lip darker than the bottom lip. And I am doing only a very little percentage, which is nice. And then I'm also paying attention to the shading on the picture. And this side of her face is much darker than this side. So we'll see what I do. But like I said last night, the bigger the brush as you shade, the better it's going to look. Because let me see if I can give you an idea. Look at all this mess right here. You can see that all this stuff is blurred in this region here. It looks kind of choppy and such. I want that smooth, and I got that because I went in here like this and I'm going, okay, how do I make this smooth? It doesn't look smooth. So by getting a bigger brush like this, and then gently going over that, it should smooth out a lot better. Look at how much smoother that can look. Okay. Okay, and I'm just going to start going in with a secondary shadow. I'm sure the client will be very happy to know that the piece is already done. She's not expecting it until tonight. I like going above and beyond the Call of Duty. I love getting work done early. And I got some clients who are being so patient with me right now, and I appreciate them so much. My favorite clients. You guys might remember the headless turtle. I mean, not the headless turtle, but the three-headed turtle that I drew a couple videos back, a couple months ago. Well, these guys came back to me and asked me to do some more projects for them, and it is so much fun working with them, and they are so understanding. Oh, that looks really cool now, doesn't it? Those lips kind of make all this work. And I want to kind of capture the metal on these hearts. So I'm going to go ahead and go pretty dark. And then I'm going to put in some major highlights and stuff. This is going to be kind of like the Lucille Ball heart. So if you've ever seen the Desi and Lucy show and stuff like that, and they got that little heart that you know every time they start the show or whatever. So I'm just kind of going to try and copy that as much as possible. I'm going to grab my pure white, and I'm going to harden up my lines. Whoops. How you enjoying my breathing? My microphone is good at capturing the breathing. I apologize. That's what happens when you have an excellent microphone. I'm going to give her some highlight in the eyes too here in a second. Let's make sure those teeth are white. And I know I can draw a lot better than this, but this client is in need of this quickly, and because of that, you work fast. And if they are accepting of the piece, then you should be very satisfied with it yourself as best as possible, which is hard to do, but your goal is to make them happy, not so much you. I mean, you want to be happy with the final piece, but you can't always get what you want. It depends on the client. Depends on the client, depends on the day, depends on your mood, depends on what has happened in your life in the last day or two, how in the mood you are to draw, how much you feel that you can get accomplished in the amount of time that you are given. So, looks really good. I really like this, actually. Let's go ahead and get some shading in her hair, and I'm going to do it with a very light gray. I'm going to do it on a new layer too, just in case. I don't want to damage what I've already created here. I don't know, when this is for... Yeah, let me take that back. Basically, I was about to say, when this is for a gift, you want to kind of step it up a notch, but the thing is it doesn't matter what it is. You want to step it up no matter what. Alright, it's going to be for print materials? Oh, you definitely want your art to get out there. Let's make sure that looks good. Or is it a birthday gift? Okay, well, we'll definitely make sure it looks... There's really never a situation that you don't want your art to stand out. Put some shading down here on her shirt. Big brush is better. That looks really cool, doesn't it, guys? You like that? I like that a lot. I know the client will like it. I know the client will like that a lot. What else was I going to do? I was going to do something else. Oh yeah, I was going to put a pinpoint in her eyes. So let's zoom up here to the eyes. She doesn't have one in the picture because her eyelashes are basically covering over her eyes a lot. But watch what this is going to do. So I'm going to go above my inked layer this time. And I'm going to make sure it's a feathered brush, full opacity, in white. Let's just see how two pinpoints look. Looks pretty sweet. Just adds that little extra feel. It doesn't take much to make someone look happy. Eyes not being glazed and stuff like that. Let's work on this a little bit more though. Go a little bit thicker. So basically what I'm doing is I'm making a feathered highlight, and then I'll go inside with something a little deeper. So let's do it over here too. I want to put this more over here. Alright, so now I'm going to make this smaller. I'm going to go in the middle and I'm going to kind of pulse the white out of that. See how it looks now. That should look pretty sweet. That's the stuff! Sorry about the nose, guys. Guys want to know something interesting about me? I probably shouldn't be saying it, but I have a secret to tell you, which makes it not so much a secret anymore. So there. My secret is I've only entered in one competition, and it wasn't even a competition where you won anything. I've only entered in one art competition in my whole life. I feel that my artwork is cool and it's good for sale, but it's not good for competition. I feel that there are way too many better artists than me that can do their artwork so much better than me, you know? That's totally cool. Now wait a minute, I think I'm doing that on the wrong layer. Yes, I am. No! Okay, I gotta erase that. Make sure that's all invisible as much as possible. Oh, look at this. Oh, dear. Alright, you see how I was talking about those grays that could cover over and be dangerous? That's it right there. So, I may need to go back in and darken up that line again. I knew that was going to happen at some point. Let me make a new layer and do my signature, and then I'll come back and fix that. Okay. Cool. And let me get my get my brush here and see if I can touch up a few of these lines. So I am going to go into my ink layer for this one. And I'm just going to clean up all these lines. Going above and beyond the Call of Duty. It's really worth it because this is the stuff that brings people back. This is the stuff that brings people back to get more purchases, to increase their positives, you know, to get themselves, you know, more respect by purchasing something for someone else that they love. You know, wanting to show love by purchasing these people other gifts and stuff. And if you go above and beyond the Call of Duty and what you do for them, then why wouldn't they come back to you? I love respect. I appreciate it very much when someone shows respect. I like getting the emails back where people are telling me how much they like my work. Most of the time, I don't get those. Most of the time, once the transaction is done, the transaction is done. And that's it, you know. They don't come back, they don't say great job, you know. That's okay, though. It's not a necessity. It's nice, though, when people go out of their way to be courteous. It's always nice. I mean, for us artists, we stay up late and get the projects done. That looks really good. Woohoo! I like the earrings. The earrings kind of pop out real nice too. There you go. I think that's a finished piece. Now let's do one more thing. I'm sorry, guys. That must have sounded disgusting over the camera. Alright, so I'm going to go like this. I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to go and find a color. Let's try something like greenish. And this is for no other reason than just quality check. Alright. So what I'm doing now is I'm zooming in and I'm looking for all the areas where the gray is hit. And I'm making sure that they're within the face and within the hair and not coming off. So they're not out here on the outside, they're all on the inside. And they look like they are for the most part. I think she's done. Great. Delete that layer. Hit the save button. Don't want to lose this. They're going to love this. So File, Save As, and PNG. Save everything in PNG. It's the best format, in my personal opinion. Yeah, these are a bunch of other pieces that I've done for other clients. And all of these are client pieces. I think all of them. I would say there's the cyborg right here that we did for the collaboration. But all the rest of these are client pieces. Alright, it is saving. Okay, guys, at 40 minutes, we're going to go ahead and close up shop here. This piece is done. Of course, there's lots more to go. If you guys like the hour-long videos where I just talk about nothing and do the drawing here, if you guys like that sort of thing, please leave a comment, let me know, hit the like button for me, and if you guys like that, then I'll consider continuing doing that. I get a lot of people saying that I shouldn't go over 15 minutes, and I can understand why, especially in the tutorials, but if you're a person who likes to watch the progress of something like this, YouTube has given me permissions now to go over 15 minutes, so we can allow that to be something that we do a little bit more often. So let me know in the comments below. Please keep those comments clean, as I like to say, and make sure to favorite a video for me. Send it on your network. Let's get some more people in here so we can get up to that 10,000 subscribers, you know? That'd be pretty fun. Alright, God bless you guys. I will see you later. Oh, by the way, make sure to check out my website, timmichaelarts.com. Follow me on Twitter at TimMichaelArts. Also, you can follow me at my other one, my ministry channel, which is The Core Orlando. So make sure that you guys get hooked up with me on Twitter. On Twitter, if you get the Tim Michael Arts on Twitter, if you follow that, I put up a lot of pre-sketches there. So make sure that you check out my Twitter account there, okay? Alright, see you guys.